My name is Kento. I am 38 years old. I was born in a poor family. Life was very hard. My father died when I was only 12 years old. My mother worked hard and was always tired, but she never gave up. We lived in a small house with one room. When I turned 15, I began working. I cleaned houses and washed dishes. I gave the money to my mother. She always smiled at me and said I was her strong girl. I didn't feel strong. I felt tired, but I smiled for her. One day my mom got sick. She couldn't walk. We had no money and no doctor came. I sat beside her, held her hand and cried. She smiled and said, "Don't be sad. You are strong." That night she died in her sleep in my arms. I felt empty. My heart was heavy. I had no one left, no family, no friend. I left that house. I promised my mother I would never give up. I found a job as a security guard in a big house. The owners were very rich. The wife, Mrs. Ayaka, was kind. She gave me tea and asked about my day. The husband was busy and didn't speak much. He was always on calls. They had a 22-year-old son who looked angry. He never said hello, but I didn't mind. I had a job, a small room, and money. One day, everything changed. I opened the gate as usual. Suddenly, police cars came with loud yuzuha and men shouting. They ran inside the house, broke the door, and pointed guns at me. I didn't move. I raised my hands and said nothing. I was shocked. They had found the family all dead inside the house, lying in blood. I felt sick. I couldn't breathe. They took my arms, put on handcuffs, and pulled me into a car. They said I was the only one there, that no cameras worked, and there was no other witness. I told them I didn't do it. I begged them. I cried, but they didn't care. They took my fingerprints and searched my room. They found nothing, but they said my hands had blood. I had no weapons, no reason, no hate. I told them I liked Mrs. Ayaka. She was kind, but no one believed me. They closed the case quickly. I was alone. They gave me a lawyer from the state. He didn't care. He barely spoke in court. The judge looked tired. The lawyer didn't fight. I heard the word guilty. I heard life in prison. I fell to the floor. I was only 23 years old. No one cried. No one shouted. No one cared. The guards took me. The doors closed, and my new life began. Prison was cold, dark, and full of silence. I sat on the floor and cried until I had no more tears. My cell was small with one bed, one toilet, and a metal door. Each morning we stood in a line, got bad food, and sat in silence. Some nights I cried again when no one saw, but I didn't lose myself. Years passed. I stopped counting the days. Then one day something strange happened. New evidence was found. A hidden video from a neighbor's old security camera. It shows someone else near the house that night. When the lawyer saw it, he knew the case had to be reopened. The lawyer checked everything, even the evidence from that night. He said something was wrong. It took months with many papers, many meetings. But after 12 long years, they found DNA on the broken glass inside the house. That DNA wasn't mine. It was someone else's, someone the family knew. They ran the test, matched it with names, and found the truth. A friend of the son, he had problems with drugs and money. He was close to the family. After the crime, he disappeared, changed his name, and moved away. After 15 years, I was finally free. I stepped outside for the first time in years. No one waited for me, no family, no friend. I had no home, no phone, and no money. I saw a small bakery. The woman inside looked kind, so I said, "Please, I'm hungry. I have no money." She looked at me for a second, then gave me a small piece of bread and water. I thanked her. I walked to a park, looked for work, and asked people if they needed help. Most said no. Some ignored me. But then an old man said, "Come here, you can help me." He cleaned the park every day. He gave me a broom and showed me how to clean. We cleaned the park together. He gave me a sandwich and some coins. He said, "You work hard." I like that. Come tomorrow again. And I did every day for weeks cleaning. One day he told me about a small group of people who meet to help each other. He took me there. I met other people who had a hard life like mine. Slowly I found new friends and people who believed in me. They helped me find a new job and a place to live. It wasn't easy. I was nervous and made mistakes, but I never stopped trying. My life began to change because someone cared and gave me a chance. Life can be very dark, and sometimes it feels like things will never get better. But even in the darkest times, things can change. If you have faith in God and keep hope alive, better days can come. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.